Getty AFPLabour MP David Lammy echoed the comments of the former lefty boss following the announcement of the sovereignty symbol last week. The former Labour leader blasted it as absurd and parochial. The former Labour leader tweeted, "Nope. It is an expression of how mendacious we can have a different colour now, absurd and parochial. We look to the world. Worst of all, you don't even believe this nonsense." Labour MP David Lammy echoed the comments of the former lefty boss as he declared Brexit was turning us into a laughingstock. He added, "But don't worry, when we're all stood in the airport for 4 hours we can stand in the queue and look at just how blue the passports are." The two were skewed by Nadine Dorries, Tory MP for Mid-Bedfordshire, who declared the criticism as a move from Reme owners to hold the electorate. She stated, "What this reaction demonstrates is the contempt with which many of the Remain establishment hold the electorate. Voters who decided by clear majority to leave the EU. Sadly, some people seem to think it's shameful and wrong to be proud of our country." Wednesday, May 10, 2017. Top 10 facts about passports. The people voted to take back control, so why should we not take back control of our passports and return to the traditional navy blue? Conservative Andrew Percy continued the bashing by stating that anti-Brexit smugness was to blame for the criticism launched at the blue passport. He declared this is yet another example of the smugness of some Remainers who can't accept that many people outside the privileged metropolitan comfort zone actually care about the symbols that represent us overseas. After only being announced days ago, the blue passport has faced a slew negativity, with a key foreign policy advisor to Margaret Thatcher dismissing the rejoicing of the colour change as mere nostalgia. Charles Powell, who served as private secretary to Thatcher from 1983 to 1990, said the clamour for the old-style travel document was part of the nostalgia on which the predominantly elderly Brexit constituency thrives. Lord Powell also confirmed that it was Mrs. Thatcher's government who chose to drop the old blue passport in the 1980s. After a decidedly rocky year for the Prime Minister Theresa May, he had hoped to end it on a positive note by announcing the return of the navy passports once Brexit was complete, and saying it was an expression of independence and sovereignty. Getty miliband has been slapped down for criticising the UK's incoming blue passport. Getty: the UK will rid itself of the burgundy passport design when it leaves the EU on March 29, 2019, Lord Powell said. So long as they're content with symbols rather than substance, I see no harm in letting them have the way. Thatcher's former advisor added, "If we get their agreement to full alignment with the single market in return, it's a good deal." The UK will receive its new passport when it leaves the EU on March 29, 2019.